cover another source.
There must be one.
Meg, as a senior officer with the department, you should have informed me of Marty's involvement with Marsh the minute you knew about it. Then I could have done something about it.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Conflict of interest, I suppose. Mother versus senior officer.
You know I'll do all I can.
Yes, Anne, I know. But it's a police matter now, isn't it?
Angry?
What'd you say about us?
Anything about how long we had them in there or anything?
No, nothing like that. Just how they were getting stuck in here.
At least Reno got that message loud and clear.
You're mad at me?
Well, put it this way. Lagging is wrong. It's the one rule we never break. Because if you spill your guts about someone, they sure as eggs will spill it about you. I don't have to tell you that, do I?
No.
Well, we're going to let you off this time. Because it just so happens you saved our bacon. Only don't do it again, right?
She's not mad at me.
No, she's not. Mr. Adams, did you get your telephone message?
No.
It was from an Alison Mills. She said to tell you your drama rehearsal tonight has been changed to 5:30 at the Ivydale Temperance Hall. She said she'd meet you there.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Oh, God. Adam's doing a bloody Marlon Brando. Can you imagine it?
I need evidence, Jackson. Just one piece of concrete evidence would do.
What about the woman in the street?
What woman in the street? You didn't even know her. You can't give me a decent description. Fair go. There are traces of heroin in your locker, Jackson.
That's impossible.
It'll be verified at the lab, but you'll find our boys don't make mistakes. Doesn't fit in too well with this claim of yours that you were set up, does it?
If that's really heroin, it was planted by the same person that gave it to Marsh.
Just look at the facts. The girl's blood test is positive. The rest of the prison's clean, but you had heroin in your bag, and now we find it in your locker. I don't like your chances much, Jackson. Do you?
It's all been planned and taken care of.
Well, how? When for?
I can't tell you. I promised my contact I wouldn't.
You sure you're being straight with me?
Thank God you're back. I was so worried about you.
The blokes are going to be all right, and Mrs. Reynolds said I wasn't going to get in any trouble.
Oh, good.
And Reed said that I did her and Alice a favour.
That's wonderful. Now, what did they ask you about?
Oh, just what I'd done to the fellas.
And you didn't say anything about tomorrow, did you?
Oh, no, Kat, I wouldn't do that, dear, because I told you I wouldn't. The Ivydale Temperance Hall? What's Temperance mean, anyway?
Well, drink it. Just want to say hello to Mrs. Morris. I heard about Jackson getting busted. Some setup, eh?
They found heroin in his locker now.
Where'd they get that from? Jackson's as straight as a die.
Rita, I need your help. It's got to be an inside job.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Whoever did it got spike stoned, too.
But there's no proof, and we've got to have proof. I mean, the police are with him now, and I'm really worried.
Look, even if I got a lead on this, I couldn't lag anyway.
There's got to be some way around that. Something you could tell me without breaking the code. I mean, he's a good officer, you know that.
Yeah, he is. I can't let them get away with doing that to Spike either. I'll see what I can find out, worry about the lagging later. She's real worried. It stinks, doesn't she?
This place is going from bad to worse.
Well, just keep your eyes and ears open. If we get a lead on Spike, it might hurt Jackson, too.
Pity it wasn't that other little creep. He's so far up himself, he'll disappear.
Well, she would. We've got to do something about it, dear. Lisa said she might try and get something on him. I reckon now's the time.
Yeah, hey, come on, let's join the queue.
I think the Ivydale Temperance Hall might be a good place as any to start.
Yeah, with her tape recorder.
And her camera.
We'll get the little buggy yet. Move over, we've got an important call to make. Hey, shut up! You're all right, got the number, Reed? Yeah, look, she's not doing this for herself. You'll all get a hoot out of it, so bugger off. Yeah, sure.
Is that you, Lisa?
Yeah, is that you, Reed? How you going?
Well, let's just say it hasn't been a good day. Spike got some dope and she's tripping off her brain. And Jackson got sprung bringing the deal.
Hey, straight as a die. It's got to be a setup.
Well, that's what I reckon. So can you start asking around? We want to know who set them up.
Can't risk it, Reed. Sorry about both of them, but I've had one warning and it's scared the hell out of me.
Jeez, Lisa, you can't just let them get away with it.
No, if they're planting dope, they mean business.
Well, it was Adams who sprung Jackson, so can you help us do a number on him, like today?
Gee, I'm just about out of bread. I was going to try and look for a job today.
Lisa, you're the only one that can do this for us. You did give us your word. We've got a really good lead on him. Please, Lisa.
Oh. OK, I suppose I can survive one more day. Where do I find him?
You beauty. Get yourself to the Ivydale Temperance Hall.
Perhaps Marty hasn't made the circumstances clear to you. You see, he has been trying to prove Marcia's innocence.
Thanks, Mum. I can do my own talking.
I am aware of that, Mrs. Morris, though I find it pretty difficult to believe that any prison officer could be that much of a fool. Marsh was found guilty of murder by due process of the law.
Marty and Marsh have known each other for years. They were at school together. Now, I'll admit it's not acting by the book.
Oh, you can say that again.
All the same, supposing they were able to...
Christine Dutton was Marsh's only alibi. Now,
He's
Margaret...
never been involved in drugs of any sort. I mean, just take a look at his record.
He's let this Marsh woman twist his arm into playing amateur sleuth. If he's thinking that irrationally, it's just a short step to supplying a habit.
She hasn't got a habit.
Then why is she in the infirmary having withdrawals? I'm sorry, Jackson, you're under arrest. I'm charging you with possession.
Dateline 5:15. Rodney Adams walks tall in the saddle at Ivydale Temperance Hall. Stay tuned for the next instalment, girls.
Well, she's not in the showers. She's not in the rec room either. Well, where to next? We'll try her cell. Right.
I hope, Cecily, I shall not offend you if I state quite frankly and openly that you seem to me to be the visible personification of absolute perfection.
Prayers, don't stop. I delight in taking from dictation. I have reached absolute perfection. You can go on.
Oh, Cecily, ever since I first laid eyes on your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly.
No. Your vows, Rodney, dear. Your vows?
Sorry, Miss Town.
How many times do I have to tell you that the importance of being earnest is a play in which every word is savoured? Now repeat after me. Wildly.
Wildly.
Passionately.
Passionately.
Devotedly.
Devotedly.
That's a little more like it. Now we'll take that line again. And remember, feel it, dear boy. Feel it.
I think you're doing marvellously.
Thank you.
And?
Oh, Cecily, ever since I first laid eyes on your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly.
You know, Maxwell, I reckon it was time we had another little chat.
What about?
Can't you guess?
Well, I think you better take these back to the rec room.
Yeah, she's not going nowhere.
Right, she might be able to help us with our inquiries. Like what you might happen to know about Spike getting back on the scale.
I've already told you, I don't know anything about drugs and I don't want to. If she's that much of a fool, that's her lookout.
You know how I feel about pushers. Like I wouldn't spit on one of the bastards if they begged me to. It's funny that. It might have something to do with what my brother went through. And Spike put herself through cold turkey at Blackmore. Even a cold-hearted bitch like you must be able to work out what that's like. And so I'm warning you. Lurch and me are going to work out exactly who she was with, where she was, everything. So don't relax yet.
You know, I've been thinking about when Spike got sick. It's just after she ate that chocky. So supposing it was one of the poison ones and we didn't know it,
Mel,
and then maybe...
you put that idea right out of your head.
Of course the chocolate wasn't poisoned. And don't you go around talking to anyone about this either. Spike's a bad girl who takes drugs. We better to stay right out of it. You promise me that?
Okay, girl, I promise.